Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel React and Chill. I'm Dika. So last time on Bleach we had two captains. Oh, actually, let's start from the top. All the captains and everyone's preparing to go to Rukia's execution. We had, and I talked about this last time. We had captains like Kyoraku, captain of squad 8, who wasn't really feeling it. He wasn't sure if he wanted to go. Feeling almost, I'm guessing, sensing a kind of, why is this even sort of happening type of feeling. We had two other captains, 7 and 9, Captain Komomura and Captain Tozin, who, weirdly enough, I didn't realise that a lot more people were judging the legitimacy of this execution and kind of doubting why it was happening. So you had them two, Captain Komomura, who was quite resilient, who was resolved in saying that Yamamoto, he knows what he's doing, I would even die for him. And on the other hand, we had Captain Kenpachi, who had gone to a squad for barracks, released Team Ichigo. They were on their way to the Sōkyoku themselves. Now, I did talk about this briefly in the last reaction about, I'm not sure what his intentions are. Is it just so he could fight Ichigo, and the best way to do that is to free his friends and essentially get to Rukia? I don't know what his feelings are in regards to Rukia and potentially setting her free. And obviously the two captains I mentioned, Tozin and Komomura, had confronted him, and he went up against them. And he also had, well, he never wanted to, he was going to go up against all four of them, but we had Ikaku and Yumichika, who went up against their respective lieutenants. So their fighting got underway, and we also had Renji reach Bankai, and he went and challenged, on his way to the Sōkyoku himself, he went and challenged Byakuya, but of course Byakuya went about reminding us why he is Byakuya Kuchiki and the captain of squad 6. So that was an epic episode, and obviously we've got the continuation fight, and obviously Ichigo, with everything that's happening, even Renji had questions about him reaching Bankai, and he had to reach it that day because Rukia is literally on her way to her death. So yes, I'm excited. I feel like everything's coming to head. Here we are with episodes 53 and 54.
You know, you must always address me only as Captain Ichimaru.
Tell me, why are you here?
Well, I suppose no particular reason, Rukia. Just to tease you a little bit.
From the first time I laid eyes on this man, I broke out in a cold sweat all over my body. He reminded me of a seed, and though he was speaking to my brother, I felt as if he had his hands around my neck.
Knowing that trying to save you must make this all the more painful. I could rescue you from this execution and save your life right now. You and Renji. You think I'm kidding? I am.
Can't believe I let him do that to me. After I had abandoned all hope, except shattered my strength so easily.
Oh yeah.
Don't let your guard down. You make it too easy for me. How did the two of you ever become captains in the first place? Come on and stand up. At least die like a captain and release your Bankai first. What you know of a captain's honor, traitor?
Leave this to me. First is to pass the captain's exam, presided over by 3 other captains, including the head captain himself. Ever since the moment you killed the former captain of Squad 11 and replaced him with Kenpachi Zaraki, I felt a deep unease about you.
So he killed the former captain of squad 11. But the 3 ways, it's to pass the exam, and it's gonna be, it's presided over 3 other captains, including the head captain, Captain Yamamoto. The other way is to get recommended for captaincy by 6 of the captains and at least be acknowledged by the remaining, or defeat the former captain in battle, and he killed the captain, because I'm assuming the last one would be retrieve Bunkai, and then obviously to defeat to defeat a captain on a one-on-one, witnessed by 200 or more squad members. Goodness. So he killed the former captain, and Kenpachi was the name of the strong, I think, assuming, like they said before, Kenpachi was always the name of the squad captain, or the strongest of squad 11, and Zaraki was the name he took for himself.
If you hate me so much, then there's no need for speeches. Just shut up and attack me already.
Oh.
Bunkai.
Oh! Oh.
This is it. This entire space is now my Bunkai. You can see nothing and hear nothing.
Oh.
Do you find it a little frightening? A world without sight or sound. It's useless. You are far too slow to counter me. But I, who have known only darkness since birth, have no sight.
Oh.
Then I shall attack first, and not give you a chance to feel fear.
Goodness, she's made it there.
That's Captain Tosin's and Makorogi.
So it's Susumushi. Oh my god. Suzumushi, Suishiki, and Makorogi.
So fast. You haven't finished me off yet, you know. Who do you think you're kidding? You're beaten. Let me show you what I mean. I would imagine that by now you're curious about the true power of my Zanpakuto.
Oh, hello there.
What are you doing caring for me? I brought him here.
Rikichi waited until no one was around, and then he unlocked my cell.
I was shocked that you actually lost to the Rukia. And then to make matters worse, we learned you had broken out of jail and disappeared. The only reason I joined Squad 6 in the first place was because you were my hero. And so no matter what happens, I want you to live, Lieutenant.
Is that what?
Keep on battling.
Uh-oh.
How can this be? So then how? Is he able to counter me?
Ooh.
Every time he parries, his counterattacks get more accurate too.
At least I still have my sense of touch. And as long as I have that, I can feel the moment his blade makes contact.
Yeah.
Didn't even dodge.
But he knows where you are.
Well, hello.
Oof.
Now I can see you again and hear you. I know your trick now. Next time, before you even penetrate my body, I'll be able to grab your arm.
I'm going to be a Soul Reaper, Kaname, and let justice shine.
But she died much too soon. For her, I swear it will become justice.
He's gonna... I don't even know who I'm cheering for anymore.
I quit. I have no interest in fighting a man with 1 foot already in the grave. What an idiot you are. If you want to die so badly, I'll help you.
Don't sacrifice yourself, Kaname. This man will never understand your quest for justice.
I always wondered, but I have to admit that it wasn't what I was expecting.
Oh. Oh.
The only question is if your beastly appearance also means you fight with a beast's strength and tenacity. That's what matters.
I am not like Kaname. I will not show you the same kindness. Bunkai!
Oh.
Kokujo Tengen Myo!
Whoa.
Now the time has arrived. Let us begin the execution.
Of course he's there. He ain't gonna miss out on this.
It is time. Any last words before your execution?
Yeah, that big samurai thing. Kyokoju Tengen Myo. Oh, that's the Sōkyoku.
Execution. The execution. Come on, let's go.
moron! The execution started!
We've got to go!
Oh.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Breaking the seal took a bit longer than I thought. Since our appeal to the Central 46 was turned down, this is the only recourse we have left. Let's destroy the Sōkyoku.
Right!
Oh, damn.
Then we had better get moving.
You bet. And I'll go first. Huh? Why? And I have to try to help Ichi.
Ichigo.
Thanks so much. Well, I'm off, guys. I'll take out all the tough ones when I get there, okay? You take out all the wimps.
Agreed. After your execution, I shall allow the Ryoka to return home.
Oh, I thought...
unharmed.
So, she will at least die with some peace of mind.
Release the Sōkyoku seal!
I wonder if that's just gonna fall on top of her. Because it's up like this, is it just gonna... Oh my god.
Thank you, brother.
I'm really intrigued on how this is gonna work. Oh yeah, she's gonna be crucified. Oh goodness. How is it gonna pierce her? Yeah, oh shit. Oh wow! Is that a phoenix? Shoot, whoa.
Iko! The spearhead of the Sōkyoku has taken on its true form in order to render the ultimate punishment.
I'm getting shivers, I don't know why.
I am not afraid. Thank you.
They're trying to shoot.
Thank you.
Are any of these people gonna get there in time? Oh. Oh, halfway. What's happening? Is something blocking it? Yes! Oh! Oh no! It's Ichigo! Oh, it's Ichigo!
Hey,
Idiot! I said don't come back! What?
Well, is it Ichigo blocking the bird, or is Ukitake up there blocking the bird? I'm assuming it's just Ichigo.
He couldn't have taken it on with only a single Zanpakuto,
Oh,
could he?
it is just Ichigo!
Just who is this guy?
Fear is quivering in the presence of Zangetsu. Oh my god! Remember how the power or a spiritual energy will submit to the higher spiritual energy? Don't tell me that Ichigo in this form, Zangetsu, has a higher spiritual pressure than the phoenix bird thing. The bird's not happy.
backing out to prepare for a second attack, huh?
He's gonna fight the bird. Oh! Is that... Yeah, is that Squad 13?
Captain Ukitake?
Hey there, Mr. Handsome. I was starting to wonder if you planned to show up.
Shit!
It took a while to break the seal. But
Oh!
it's how to do it!
It's... Oh, yes! They planned this! Oh! How is Ichigo floating in midair?
Ichigo!
Yeah!
This stand is about to tumble down.
Epic! Oh my god!
I don't want you to rescue me, you said. Just go home, you said. You know, sometimes you talk too much, Rukia. Good thing I don't listen to you. I've come here to rescue you. Got it?
I'm internally screaming right now. I mean, a lot of people are gonna get in trouble.
Do that!
What's Yamamoto gonna do about
The
this?
stand is destroyed! What kind of man is he?
Byakuya's not too pleased. Take that.
We'll make a run for it.
save every single person who helped us, and we're all gonna get away.
Renji's there.
Renji!
I couldn't just rely on you to save Rukia, could I?
Best friends!
Alright, here
He's
you
gonna
go.
chuck her.
Wait, Ichigo! You don't really think you're going to?
Hey, hold on now. Look out below!
Yeah. Where are all the captains gone?
That's your duty. Protect her with your life.
Yeah. Freaking out, he chucked it that far.
Renji!
Oh yeah. Your number's up. You better pick up that phone, Byakuya Kuchiki, because Ichigo is calling.
All lieutenants after them!
Yes, sir.
Shit.
Get out of the way! Roger! Kagetsu Mori!
Shit. Oh. Oh my god. He didn't even wait.
He's not even using his Zanpakuto!
Yeah, exactly. Who's this? Is that Captain 2? Oh no, Byakuya, come on. Come on. This is gonna be one hell of a rematch. I'm taking a moment for all of that to sink in. Oh, there are people downstairs, so I don't want to be screaming the house down. That was sick. I literally wrote one line for that second episode. I'm just gonna quickly find out what the name of the shield was that Ukitake had to release, because both him and the captain of Squad 8, but I feel like they kind of planned that, so he knew that was happening. It wasn't the name of the shield, but the symbol on the shield was part of the Shihoin clan, which is the name of Yoruichi Shihoin. So that's her family clan symbol. Now, I know that it was mentioned. I mean, that shield has ridiculous amounts of power, because after Kyoraku, they probably had plotted this together, Kyoraku and Ukitake. But the beginning of that episode, Ukitake was trying to. It took ages to break the seal of this shield, because it had the power to be able to take down the Sōkyoku. Oh my goodness, I can't speak today. Sōkyoku had the power to take down the Sōkyoku. So I didn't hear it properly, but when I went back, I thought the shield was called that, but no, that's the Yoruichi's clan. So first and foremost, her clan must have exceptional power if it's capability of having something like that. And secondly, I'm wondering how it came into his hands. But before I get sidetracked, I'm sure we're gonna get like an episode of how Ichigo reached Bankai form. But before then, we had that interaction with Gin and Rukia, where he was sort of teasing her and taunting her and talking about how I could probably rescue you right now. And she even said that, she was talking about the moment she first met Gin. Even though Byakuya and Gin exchanged words or whatnot, he always made her blood run cold. The look of him, the sight of him, everything about him she just didn't like, nor did she trust. So she was sort of reminiscing this, and at that moment, even though she had come to terms with her death, he made her believe for a small moment, he was going to save her. So, and I think that was all part of Gin's plan anyway. But going back to the fight between Tozin, Komamura and Kenpachi, we found out a couple of things about how squad members become captain, and we know that Kenpachi is the only captain who's never he's never reached Bankai form to become captain. However, he killed the former captain to take the captaincy of Squad 11. So Tozin had released his Bankai, which was like his own sort of space, almost. I don't want to say this word, but like domain, own space, where he nullified the senses, including being able to sense spiritual pressure. And it wasn't as if, nullify your senses and your spiritual pressure. But it's not like Kenpachi could sense spiritual pressure. Anyway, we had a little bit of flashback for Tozin about why he's doing something like this. I'm assuming the woman in the flashback, either a girlfriend, wife, somebody he cared about, unfortunately died in unlawful means, so he's always looking out for justice. He's always looking to bring justice, and he feels taking, Kenpachi down. He was with the Ryoka. He's essentially a traitor. Would bring justice, but Kenpachi, like he mentioned, hadn't used his touch. So every time Tozen got near him enough and pierced him, he was able to kind of sense and slowly but surely pinpoint where he was, up until the point where Tozen had stabbed him. When he'd made contact, when his sword made contact with him and he could touch him, it broke. He could hear him and see him. So he uses Kenpachi used those opportunities. Can't speak. Kenpachi used that opportunity to give Tozen hard slashes, to the point when he had lost a lot of blood, his bankai had dispersed. So just before the final blow was hit, we had Captain Komomura, who stepped in, and Kenpachi had broke his helmet. Then we got to see Komomura's full face. He looked like a fox or a wolf. But straight off the bat, he released his bankai, and I did write it down because it's a very long name. It was Kokujo Tengen Myo, so that massive samurai thing. And he was like, I'll be able to fulfill your bloodlust. And then Kenpachi, being Kenpachi, got overexcited, like, you know what, I'm ready for a fight to the death. But obviously their fight, I don't know if it carried on, but it did get momentarily disrupted when they saw the release of the Sōkyoku. Now, there was something I realized. Now, if whatever was mentioned in that fake letter of Aizen, the person who is plotting this whole thing wants the power of the Sōkyoku, you could see the power. I didn't realize the Sōkyoku, once the spear was released, it becomes this massive phoenix bird thing. So whoever, it's got the power of 1,000 Senpakutos, but we're looking to use that power to destroy the Serite and therefore the Soul Society. So that is a very powerful weapon. The captain of Squad 2 had noticed that she was assuming a lot more other people would have been there, which goes back to my thought of, are there a lot more people who are against this whole idea? You could see somebody was watching Toshiro and Rangiku when they saw the release of the Sōkyoku. Somebody was lurking in the shadows. I assume it was Gin. Momo's back in the infirmary or somewhere. Renji, luckily, was already bandaged up, and it was Unohana. This is the captain of Squad 4, not to confuse her with Urahara, which is Kisuke, the former captain of Squad 12. So Unohana had already bandaged up Renji, because another member of Squad 6, who was the one who had referred to Sir Rengichi, who said that, I look up to you and that's why I did it. So he went to get Hanataro to help heal him up. But Rengichi had said to Renji that I look up to you. And at first, obviously, talking about his actions, about, what he did, and attacking your own squad members. However, realizing that the cause was much more greater than obviously what was happening. And then Hanataro said that, I didn't do much. Somebody already bandaged you up before I got here. Which Unohana clearly isn't a fan of what's going on, because Renji went out of his way to kind of save Rukia. And I'm assuming from, obviously, when she had Hanataro on trial, heard a bit about the story of why Hanataro was doing what he did and convulsing with the Ryoka. So I've got a feeling a lot more captains are kind of siding with the unlawful imprisonment and subsequent execution of Rukia. A lot of people are pretty much saying that, this looks wrong. I feel like this is not the right thing to do. Which leads us back to, obviously, I forgot her lieutenant's name, but Unohana, when she finally got there, the last request Rukia made was that the Ryoka let them go home. Which I did agree with the lieutenant. It's not as if he's going to fulfill that promise. However, it was almost good for Rukia. Just before she died, she was at peace, She said she lived a good life, and one of the last people she thought about was Ichigo. And just before the phoenix bird spear thing pierced her, Ichigo, of course, had turned up and was blocking the spear-like movement. So, which I thought, has it got something to do with? I don't know if in the second blow he would have been able to block it, but everyone was still pretty impressed he was able to block it. And it just went back to how the higher spiritual pressure, which in this point was Zengetsu, the bird had submitted, but clearly it didn't submit. It just blocked, so it was on equal levels, which makes me think what sort of level did Ichigo obtain getting into Bankai form, which I'm really excited to see. So, just before Ichigo attacked the Phoenix Bird, that's, again, we go back to what I started with, where we've got the Ukitake with the shield from Yoruichi's family, I'm assuming, the Shioen shield, because it had their markings on there, which combined with Kyoraku, they were able to destroy. Well, their plan was to destroy, so I'm assuming, when did they decide to put this plan together to essentially destroy the Sōkyoku, knowing what it was about to do was wrong, which they were able to succeed because they destroyed it after they stabbed the shield, and then Ichigo broke the I don't know, it's not called barrier, but he broke the thing where Rukia was being held, I'm assuming by spiritual pressure blocks. So Renji had turned up and he started beating some of the officers that were there, and he threw Rukia at him so he could escape. And obviously the other lieutenants of Lieutenant of Squad 2, Squad 4, and then obviously Captain Yamamoto's lieutenant, all went to attack Ichigo, but Ichigo was able to sort them out. He didn't even use his Sanpakuto. He was able to literally give them the 5 palm of death on each of them until he sensed Byakuya coming up, and he's about to face off against Byakuya for the second time. So this is serious, exciting stuff. So and something I forgot to mention was it was a sweet point when Yachiru had said that she's going to go up ahead as they were getting closer to the Sōkyoku, because there were going to be other lieutenants, other people they were going to have to fight off, and she was going to take on some of the bigger ones because of Ichigo and the fact that Ichigo's now Kenpachi's new best friend. She was going to protect Ichigo, which was actually really nice. Team Ichigo are going to obviously get there soon. I don't know if other people are going to make their way to the Sōkyoku. I'm wondering where Jin is, because he wasn't there when they showed all the other lieutenants and captains there. I wonder what Toshiro and Rangiku are up to, or, if this part of, I know they're kind of investigating the whole Aizen thing, but I wonder who else is part of the plan. Kyoraku and Ukitake had come up, so clearly there was other things going on when they had decided. And I do like the fact that Ukitake, because the appeal was rejected, he was still going to do everything he could to save Rukia. Now, I'm sure that this is not going to go unpunished by Captain Yamamoto, but I'm wondering if there are bigger things at hand. And Rukia was correct. How are they going to get away? How are they going to... I don't know how they're going to physically escape the Soul Society. If this goes back to what Urahara said, I think they're going to be there for a certain amount of time, and if they don't come out at that time period, they'll be stuck. So I wonder if they're sort of still on that timeline. But yeah, no, things are really seriously coming to head. I'm really excited to see, and I'm also excited to see the end of Kenpachi and Captain Komamura's fight, and see where that finishes off. Oh, and the last thing I forgot to mention is Yumichika was about to release something. So Hisagi, the lieutenant, Tozen's lieutenant, was like, this fight is done. You're a 5th seat. Your power's no match for a lieutenant. But Yumichika was saying to him that, well, you know what, I don't want to be 4th seat because I don't like the number 4. 5 is quite close to 3. 3, obviously, Ikaku's already got that. but, you know, he was about to literally show him what he can do. My first instinct was, what if Yumichika's already hit Bankai level? You know, what if Yumichika can release his Sanbakuto beyond the level he's on? So that'll be interesting to see, and obviously interesting to see the result of their fights. There's so much other things and so many more things I'd want to say, but I'll leave that, depending on how the next couple of episodes progress, I'll leave it to them. Well, that was it. If you did like this video, don't forget to give me a like, and as always, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.